What does your current morning routine look like? Man, people love the morning routine question over and over and over. So if you remember back to the early days, my morning routine was like this minute by minute. It was super regimented and had all these different components to it. And I would explain it to people and they would look at me like I was insane. Yeah, I was. But it had some very specific components to it. And then you do this for 5 minutes and go do this for 3 minutes. And it was about an hour, hour and a half long. And it was just a lot. And then work got busy. I started traveling all over the country. And I was trying to take this extensive, elaborate morning routine with me. And then my kids are getting older. And I'm married. All these things, right? And then we moved out into the woods. And I got to deal with the chickens in the morning. All this stuff just happens. So here, and this is me being honest, and hopefully this gives you some peace about your own life. In many ways, I collapsed in on it. I got so busy being on the road, writing the book, getting it out, flying back so we could record shows, and then hitting the road again, doing a lot of things all at the same time, and I folded in on myself. I'd sleep in an extra 30 minutes or an extra 45 minutes, or I would cheat on my workout a little bit, or I would skip this or not. So anyway, man, I got real mortal this year. I told somebody about May, I found my limit. And it's always good to find your limit when you're maxing out or you're doing an all-out sprint or you've done something stupid in your marriage or your partner has, and you find the balance there. I did. So my current morning routine looks like this. By the way, I learn new stuff. I learn new things. I'm kind of annoying because I'm always trying to read and figure out new things and get new information. So here's where it is. Number one, here's the things that do not, under any circumstance, I don't budge on these. Number one is getting sunlight in the morning. And this comes from Andrew Huberman's work out of Stanford. If you don't listen to his podcast, you should. It's so good. It's long and it's in depth. And he is a neuroscience professor at Stanford in the medical school. Brilliant guy. A lot of fun. But if you're into deep dives, like how the neurological structures work and how the hormones and molecular structures and dopamine all works together, that's a great place to go. But he's put out some great work about the importance of sunlight. Your night's sleep starts in the morning. And so I don't ever budge on that. The second one is working out, movement. I still lift a lot. I've gotten into running a little bit more. And the big shift I've made is rucking, R-U-C-K-I-N-G. Because of James, the great James, I got a Go Ruck backpack, which I love. They're not a sponsor. I don't get any money off that. It's just the best there is. There's the top of the top of the top. It's expensive, and it's worth every penny. And put weights in it, and then head off. And so this week, I've done an hour ruck one morning, and then did a weight workout. And then this morning, I did a long ruck. So it's a great Zone 2 workout. The big things that comes to workout is this. Number one, Zone 2, which is new. I've added that in the past year because of Peter Attia's work. Ultimately, letting my mitochondria rebuild, letting my body rest, and at the same time move. So it's a workout. Basically, Zone 2 is this. You're going, and you can still have a full conversation. But you're going, right? So you're getting after it pretty good, but you can still talk. I haven't figured out how to do that on running, but I can do it on a bike. I can do it rucking, which is a really fast-paced walk with weights on your back, basically. So I have to have some movement in the morning. Sometimes I get 15 minutes, and that's it. Sometimes I get 30 minutes. Usually it's 45 minutes to an hour of something. Breakfast, I don't fast anymore, or I do it very, very infrequently. The data on fasting has come back in. We can talk about that in another show, but I eat breakfast every day now, which has been great for my energy levels and my workout levels and all that. I do work out fasted, but not for any reason. Time with my kids and my wife. I've become much more, we may do a whole show on this one day. I've become obsessive about time because it's a finite resource. I can't get any of it back. And I can make all the money in the world and sell all the books in the world and be a number one best-selling it, but the time still keeps ticking. It's just tick, 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 tick. And so it's worth it to not go do some weird aerobic yoga exercise on top of my weight workout in the front yard where I'm rolling around and singing songs and chanting. I'd rather, this morning I played Candyland with my daughter. And by the way, I destroyed her 2 games in a row. She needs to learn not to step to this, but I crushed her in Candyland. But I spent some time together and it was fun. We laughed, talked some crap. So that was cool. I'm trying to accomplish one thing in the morning, work related. And we can talk about this later when it comes to social media. Man, I'm trying to do one work thing. Just get out of the way. And sometimes that's 5 minutes. Sometimes it's 30 minutes. Sometimes it's review an article, knock out a blog, whatever it is. I'm trying to do one thing in the morning. I've not been keeping up with my cold tub. It's been about 7 or 8, maybe 9 months now. Most of that's just because I've gotten busy and I'm doing that time with other things. I still take cold showers every day just because they feel better. But let's talk about it. I've become a full-blown addict, 100% addict. I don't say this with pride, to my phone. An addict. And I've got my social media on one phone and I have my life on another phone. And so I've had to start turning my phone off and leaving it places because I simply can't control it. And I wish I could do something different. Be like, I can't. I just can't. Over the last 5 or 6 months, have started finding myself in the middle of really remarkable events, whether I'm at a concert, I'm hanging out with my wife, I'm doing something with my kids, and I think this would be a really great post for Instagram. And what that does is takes me out of the moment with my kids. And it takes me out of my moment with my wife, or I've stopped focusing on the concert and having a good time, and I start thinking about how I'm going to get some sort of fake virtue signal. Look where I was. Look who I was with. Look how cool I am because I am fill in the blank. Look how whatever. And I got to stop. And so it was about a week ago. I went out of town and I forgot it. I left it at home. And it was incredible because I was fully present. And so I've actually invited my wife in to help me with this, but to create some really remarkable boundaries. We're leaving town for a week. Probably not going to take it with me. And I just got to create some space. Full-blown addict. I can't stop. I sit at home and just scroll and type and want to respond and do this. And I talk about it all the time, and it got me. And so I've got to create some robust structures to back out of that. So all I'd say about my morning routine, no more phones before I get to work. And usually I'm leaving my social media phone here at work. If I was you and I don't have 2 phones, I would delete it. Just delete it. Get rid of it. Gratitude journal is a thing I do all the time. And then I've added some reading in the mornings. Sometimes if I don't have a work assignment I can crank out, then I'll usually do some reading. So that's my morning. It takes about an hour and a half to get up in the morning and get going and get cranking. Is that good? What's your morning routine, Kelly? 4 Marlboro Reds, black coffee, I ride the horse, lay some bricks on the road I'm building, and then I come to work.
It's close to that. It's very close.
Very close.
Very close. Now, I try to get up, and I usually do some Bible reading in my prayer time in the morning.
You would. Jeez Louise. You had to go there, didn't you?
Well, you asked. And then it's usually run around. I've got teenagers at home. It's summer right now, so luckily it's they're not even awake before I leave. But during the school year, it's getting them up and ready and moving, and then...
Remember Three Amigos?
Yes.
When he's like, what would you do with whatever, $1 million? And he's like, I'd buy all the cars and whatever, and I'd buy all this. And that one guy's like, I'd build an orphanage and to help underprivileged children. And they're like, oh yeah, we do that too. So way to go, Kelly. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, my morning routine is going to shift to just some quiet time. Me and the Bible and my journal. And then
No, I don't journal.
Oh, you don't?
No.
You don't want to know what's going on in there.
No. I try really hard to shove it all down. I don't want to write about it.
I see every once in a while on the show, it's starting to make its way out. And you're like, nope. All right, there we go. Morning routine. There we go.